It takes away addiction.
How can we empower our kids to be the best version of themselves in the digital world? Well, we asked a group of young people what they wish their parents knew about growing up, and their answers were pretty interesting.
You want to go?
Yeah, sure.
How often do people in your family have arguments about technology?
At least once or twice a day.
I feel like my parents are a bit of hypocrites because they always say you're not allowed to have two screens at once, but whenever we're watching something on the TV, they're always on their phones.
Well, how does that make you feel to know that they're using their screens so much?
Disappointing.
Do you ever wish your parents or carers spent less time looking at their phone?
My mother's phone is glued to her ear. To be fair, she does run a business.
I think I used to, but I think I've now realised how much of the time Mum's actually doing jobs. Like she's actually doing her banking or paying bills.
They can ignore you sometimes, as well as the fact that when you're just trying to have like family time, they're just sitting on their phone, it sort of makes it like it's not really family time.
One time I was telling Mum something serious that happened at school. She was like scrolling on something while I was telling her the story and she wasn't necessarily paying attention.
Adults are just as addicted as we are, I think. You should talk to them about screen time just as much as they talk to you about it. Well, maybe not just as much, but you should also talk to them about it.
Which is harder, getting a credit card or accessing sexual images online?
Probably a credit card. Too many forms.
It took weeks because I had to make an appointment and then I had to have my mum and then we had to go in and then there was something wrong with the forms and we had to go back.
I mean, it just depends if you're going looking for it or not. Like, I wouldn't be, but I know, like, I'm sure people would.
But even, just telling kids don't look up the word porn, that's not going to help. Kids are curious, which is good. We want kids to be curious, we want kids to learn.
Like, especially like there's two different spellings of porn too as well. So that's why kids can get a bit confused.
Oh yeah,
and like,
chess.
which one is it?
Chess and trying to look up the pieces and yep.
Oh. Anyway, next question.
What advice would you give to adults about how to talk about online sexual content with their kids?
I would say don't do it at all. I would say get someone that their kid actually trusts, like an adult, because it's definitely a lot harder with parents. A really, really good friend of yours that you can trust to teach your child.
Make sure that you're open with your children and every now and then throw a little bit of a joke in there.
Just to think about how they were at that age, like a lot of the time they see extreme examples of things on social media or in the news and stuff, but just talk to your kid like they're a person instead of making extreme assumptions.
Yeah, they'll treat you like children, when that sort of stuff you should be talking to them like adults, not little kids who want to do the wrong thing.
Trying to, in some ways, I guess, normalise it a bit. Trying to make it that your kids are comfortable, not, shaming anyone for anything, so that, if your kids do see something and they are distressed, that they can talk to you about it. What do you wish adults understood about social media?
They do their best, they try really hard, but I don't think they fully understand everything. They'll be really strict about it. They'll be like you can't do this, instead of talking to them about it reasonably.
I agree, say my parents didn't let me download Snapchat for a long time because they're worried about pictures going away. But if they would have a proper conversation, instead of just saying no, just telling you why, I'm sure if you talk to your kid about it, they'll understand more.
When I'm playing a game and they ask me to come through, but I can't pause the game. So I'm like, 1 second, they're like, come now. And I'm like, they're like, just pause it. And I'm like, I can't pause it. And like, just pause it.
You cannot pause an online game. You see, if you're playing a game like Fortnite, for example, there's 100 people in a lobby, and if you paused it, everyone would have to stop what they're doing, and yeah, it just doesn't work. It's just give me 10, 20 minutes.
I want the parents to know that even though there's guidelines on social media, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. Up to the age of 10, your parents definitely have to monitor what you're watching. And after that, just let them explore, I guess.
Not all of social media is negative, not everything's rotting your brain or anything. A lot of it can be good.
Just help your kids be aware of the risks, but also allow them to have their own freedoms.
Instead of trying to stop them, help them, learn. Sit down, get them to teach you things, you can teach them things, find different ways that you can connect with them with it, because it's not going anywhere, so take advantage of it.
If your child or a young person you know needs support, you can use Connect Us to search for services available in Melbourne's East.